Assalamu alaikum. Good evening. This is actually second video of the second part of my last video, sales invoice. In previous video we see the functionality of the sales invoice, and in this video we are trying to understand the technicalities, what technical and backends we used in this sales invoice. As you know, this application is based on Python Django, and Python Django is a free open source framework, and we can integrate Django with any type of other database and any type of tools for using the business intelligence and other things. So now we are going to see the technicalities. This is our dashboard, and this we are using the posting from here, our invoice, and this is our invoice, sales invoice. This is for creation of the invoice, we can see here, and for update our invoice. For example, this invoice number 1, you can see all the details here. So first, there we can distribute this technical discussion in 3 parts. Number 1, data structure, which is based on model. Second thing, the forms front end which we used. Third, views, our programming, all the coding. And also the fourth one, template engine, Django template, which is consist of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Django template language mapping, data mapping. So in this sales invoice we are using 2 models. Number 1, sales invoice master. This is master main model, which we are saving the invoice information. Here we have the invoice number, invoice date, invoice number, invoice date, customer. Customer is actually referencing with customer model. We also have customer model, which consists of 1 column account code, and this account code is calling the foreign key from some account from GL. In our GL, you can see here, in GL we have 1 sub account model, sub account, this one, sub account code. So this model is actually referred in our here customer. For example, we are creating customer, so we have to integrate every customer with GL. For example, I show you here in sales menu, we are creating customer na? So this is account code. This is actually calling the LOV list from accounts, sub accounts module. So we have to integrate every account. For example, I show you, we created 3 accounts. This Hassan Trading, it is integrated with GL also. So this account code, customer name, registration number, license code, license document, for example, registration number, license number, tax number. In different countries they are using different thing for CR, company registration. So this is actually file field. In this field we can save any type of data, for example JPG, PDF, Word, or any other format, TXT. So we can save here for calling see the license detail. In image also, any image, PNG or any image, any email address of the customer, contact address. Now address, I created only 1 field, but we can also change it to multiple fields like street number, road area, block number, everything. And even we can also integrate with Google Map or any other map. So but that is for right now. I created simple. And customer registration date, and this customer actually we are calling in our sales invoice master. So we are calling here customer and then narration, invoice narration, sales invoice narration, order number. In future maybe we can create the order entry also, so we can integrate this one, but right now only order number, and posted by user and posting date. This posting date and posted by is actually used for accounting purpose. When we are saving the invoice, sales invoice, so this invoice, which date it is posted in accounts, so that date will become here, and by which user it is posted, the user ID will become here. And after that, this already technical you know that this is DB table name we can define here, and name in the Django dashboard we want to see that name. And this create invoice, actually one method I created which I show you in previous video. If you didn't see the video, you can see that one. This invoice number, when we are creating new invoice, this new number is coming S-0005. This is not primary key, actually this is just a unique is equal to true. This is unique number. Primary key is showing in backend. Every Django model actually making primary key ID number, which is type number. So this is creating invoice number one method. It is picking the last number maximum, then it is splitting with S dash and other number and filling the 0. And if first time we are creating, so it is coming the 001 and returning this one. So we are calling this one in our view. I will show you there. This sale invoice detail, this is referencing the master foreign key here, one column sales invoice ID, which ID consists of primary key of sales invoice here. Second column product is actually referencing the product which is part of accounts. I am calling from there product here. This one product, so this is calling there. Quantity, price and discount amount. Here I am using the 3 decimal as per, this is different from as per country requirement. Some countries are using 2 decimal places. So now here statically I am calling, but we can also use one model for defining all these things, and we can call here dynamically. And I am using right now validator, Django default minimum validator. What minimum value will be here? For example, discount value I will put 0. When I was showing the decimal validator, it is showing mistake. Now it will be okay. This validator we are calling, importing from website Django core validator and minimum value validator. What is the minimum value we need? So that will be allowed. Automatically validating will come, or we can also create customized validator here, or also in Django forms, but I created already used default minimum validator because I am using the decimal field. I am not using the integer field. So this is the structure of the sales invoice master and sales invoice detail too. Second thing, we can come here in forms. Then we are defining we are using the Django forms, Django model forms. So we can see here, this is very simple. In Django forms we can define bootstrapped or CSS, any widget or anything, labeling, or if you want some conditions we can put here. This field, for example, I show you in accounts I creating the customized validator forms. Here I created some customization also. Yes, this clean narration NJV I created. Cells of clean data get narration if length len is actually Python function is greater than 20, then raise the error narration at least 20 character. Same like we can define here and form Django form. We can find our validations and other things also. So this is sales invoice narration. This is we are defining the bootstrap form control and W50 50% width, which is actually also a shortcut of bootstrapped W50. I am defining the here. Then it will automatically come in our HTML when we will see here open source code. We can see, so it will bootstrap will show here. For example, the classes are coming. Okay, this label actually I was finding from where it is coming. This is invoice date. Sorry, I was thinking why invoice date. In model it was okay, but in here mistakenly I put wrong invoice date. And formatting, we can also put the calendar formatting here. Y%MD input formats also we can define here. It is required or not required, all things. And we are using the model form, so we can provide the model name in metadata. Class meta we are defining. Every class has one meta if we are using the model form. So we can put all fields, we need all fields. And widgets, we are putting the widgets with type of data. For example, this is select, customer is select type. So it will automatically bring the customer list, create the customer list. For example, here customer list is coming because we put here the select type attribute, and all these are bootstraps inside class. Even we can put our CSS also we can put here. And this is read only. I put this is HTML. You see here this is HTML. I put here HTML tag, element tag, read only, so it is showing. Also edit here. So this invoice number is read only. You cannot edit, change. Like this we are defining. After this, labels, invoice number label, invoice date label, order number. And why it was here, I was watching, it was okay, invoice date outside it is supersede the main invoice. It was wrong here, so that's why now I corrected. You see here date of birth is coming. Now it will be okay. Why is it now okay? And this is sales invoice detail form, and we are not using the Django form set in creating the invoices. We are using the simple way, single row, single entry only, and we are returning on the same page, so it is look like we are creating that tabular way. Here you can see invoice detail. This is single form product, and this is tabular. When we are entering, new record will become downside. We can edit, delete from here also. And widgets, same widgets, product, and we can also able to put some calculations here, but I am using the JavaScript for making the amount. I will show you. And labels, that's it. This is Django form, this is model. Then we are coming to view. For view, I am using the class based view now for making the sales invoice. Before we are using the function based view. and in using the function based view we are saving all the things, form set and everything, but now here I am using the class based view. It is more simpler and more easier, and I like function based view. Before I was creating, but now I disabled this one. And you see here, this is first I will show you the dashboard. What dashboard contain? Only it contains the last 10 invoice. Sales invoice is calling the sales invoice model. Filter, this is Django RM. Order by minus any descending last 10 record from 0 to, if you cannot put 0 value, it means it is 0, from 0 to 10 list, and returning to Django template. This is dashboard view. Then in second view, for creating the invoice, sales invoice, we are using the create view, which is Django default, very powerful view for creating the record. And here we are calling the create invoice method, which I show you in model. This one, create invoice method, it is calling. It will initial value putting in invoice number, next invoice sales invoice number. Then the form class, which we define in forms.py file, success URL after finishing the transition, where it will go reverse lazy, same URL. Sorry, I forget to show you the URLs. This sales, same URL, this URL, sales invoice name we are defining here. And this is, we are in create view, we are also using the context data. We have the function. If you want to see, we can, there is one website, but now my net is not connected. I will connect, then I will show you. CBV, class based view .u, you can Google CBV, so it will show you Django CBV, class based view. So it will show the detail, all the details, all the shortcuts. And so this is get context data. We are defining one keyword object list, and we are defining a list. This order by ID, sales invoice, all sales invoice data will be saved here in this object, and this will be written with super. This is sale, we are updating the, this second view is for updating the sales invoice. Same thing here, context data. When we are updating to it is asking the primary key in URL. So this second same I am using the same name but with primary key. So second time it will come here in update view, and it will calling this URL, sales invoice update. You see here, sales invoice update. So with primary key it will go there, and this is also showing the detail down. For example, this update, now if I want to update, it will come, you can see here URL 74 number, sales invoice daily 474 number. This is primary key, and it is calling this one. For example, this one I will show, sorry, this is 4 number, same like this for updating and for deleting also. For deleting, actually it is going to another page. I created another page where it is asking, do you want to delete or not. For example, I want to delete this one, so it will ask, do you want to delete or not, and this one is showing the primary key just now. We can also show other details here. So if we can say yes, so it will delete, and after deleting it will go the any URL. So I put the sale invoice URL. and this is detail. In detail we need the primary key also for creating. So for that we are using the form validate method. In form validate, when it is going to validating na, so before validating, when yes it is going to create the record, we need the primary key value also in detail. So we are setting here sales invoice dot instance dot sales invoice ID value is pk value, primary key value sales dot kwargs. So it is getting the value from there, and when we are returning and finishing form validation, so it is providing the value of primary key. And context data we have also using this one, same like for update and same like for delete. This function based view we are using. And now we can discuss. Here we have posting, this posting button. What is happening when we are putting the posting? So we have one function based view I created. Here first we are asking in your URL primary key. It is getting the primary key value, which record we want to post. For example, here it is primary key, it is not showing in front end, it is back end, it is in this table, it is showing the primary key. So this button I show you in Django template. This last column, sales object id dot id. What is the object? Object is the last 10 invoices, and in this invoice, this is loop for object in last 10 invoice, which we are actually calling from sales dashboard. So it is looping from there, and it is getting the ID, primary key ID in action. If not posted, then it will show the post button, else it will show only, it will not allow the post. For example, here you see here it is showing only the post date. Here no, it will not allow to post. These two buttons are not showing update and delete. So first we are calling the primary key, then customer information. Using that primary key, in instance we are calling the instance sales invoice master instance, and we are getting the customer information, sales invoice detail, which we need in further downside working for inserting the detail and instance. And now we are saving, we are creating the master voucher master JV. After in posting we are creating the JV na, so it will create voucher master dot object dot create voucher number, which is we have the one method for creating the voucher number, same like we are using for sales. Voucher type, reference number is sales invoice master dot invoice number, narration is getting the narration of sales invoice, posted by is equal to current user, posted date, current time, and in detail amount will be some amount we are using. We are doing the aggregating amount using the Django ORM which is very powerful tool, and invoice total. And here main account, main debit account, main credit account. We are getting main, calling the main instance of the main debit account, main credit account, and sub credit account, sub debit account, all these are columns. And then we are creating the detail entry, voucher detail dot object dot create main account, it will create because sales is created na, so it will create this credit amount, enter the credit amount, and debit amount is 0. Then it is going in loop, and for easiness of reading we are getting the separate entry of each transaction of sales product, sorry. So here we are putting the debit amount, product name amount is equal to I dot amount, which is here I, and then sales invoice dot master dot post by, and post date, save, and then it will send the message and redirect to sales dashboard. This is simple way of creating the posting the sales invoice. And JV we already see in our JV how we are making the JV, reversing, it will create the JV na? For reversing the JV we already see in our how we can create the reverse JV. I already provide the video for that in accounts module. And voucher entry we are creating the reverse JV also. For reverse JV and JV, this is JV we created, and reverse JV same thing we are creating in accounts. So that I already show you. Now last thing only which is remaining in technical, that is two things: printing the PDF and email the PDF. Email, we are sending the email using Django backend and with attachment or without attachment, and there are too many ways of creating the PDF. So up to now I am actually ending this video. For printing the invoice and for sending the email I am trying to finish in third video. Thank you very much.